Welcome. What's going on? Let's make sure I have chat pulled up. Otherwise I won't be able to read it at all. So you know. That's usually a good thing. This is why this scene was even invented. What's up, Caribou? Oh wait, it's gonna work. It's gonna work in Streamlabs now. Sick. Chat has up until now only worked at a separate window. Now it's just working in Streamlabs. So that's a bonus. Do I have form checks today? I do, I have 2. Okay. All right, minute 35 in. Let's get started. Let's try, first one is from Alpha Affinity. If you like dogs, but only the assertive ones. All right. What does he say? Working on trying not to turn around too early. I think it's better, but I may still be turning around a little too early. I also think my hand isn't quite on the outside disc, causing rounding a bit. There are 2 things I saw, but I'm pretty sure there's more. Any help or advice is always appreciated. Okay. Pretty big X steps still. Looks okay on the reach back. What up, Desert? Good to see you, dude. Yeah. And your hand's still on the front. I don't think getting your hand on the front is what causes rounding. An easy way to tell if you're rounding is that your hand is on the front. The cause of rounding is rotating in front of your disc rather than pulling the disc in tight to your chest. So I would focus on leading with your elbow more rather than leading with your shoulder. Focus on keeping the disc between your shoulder blades, right? Even when you're reaching back, the disc is between your shoulder blades, right? There's a disc here. Pull it in, still in between your shoulder blades, I guess kind of over here. Still technically in between your shoulders. And then out to release in between your shoulders. So try to just keep your arm locked to the rotation of your shoulders. Other things that you're doing, just that you can work on, is you're taking a pretty big X step, and that's leaning you back pretty good. All right, see how now your feet are way in front of your your chest, I guess, your torso. That means that your reach back timing is weird, but as far as turning backwards early, you're not really doing that anymore, which is good. It's just you're taking too big of an X step still. So try to take your left foot should be on the ground right now, and you should be starting your reach back. So it's kind of a weird timing change to make, but yeah, I would try and just take a smaller X step. Try and keep your feet closer together as you're X stepping, which is just another way of saying take a smaller X step. Forehead. Okay, this next one here is Bogey Russ. Let's take a look. Come on. There we go. It's a good straight pull right now. It's good that this doesn't really come behind you at all. Sure thing, Sean. Thanks for stopping by. I like the X step. That's a good X step. Okay, so as far as power in your lower body, shifting your weight over your toes is going to help a lot. Because right here, you see how your center of balance right here is behind your feet? That means your weight is back over your heels, which is not nearly as strong. If you just stand there with your weight over your heels, you don't have nearly as much power as if you shift your weight over your toes. What's up, Mac? So that's the first thing I would do is shift your weight over your toes, and that's going to naturally let you offset your plant foot to the left because your weight is in front of your feet. So when your foot goes forward, it's naturally going to be offset to the left. Because right now your plant foot is kind of in line, or maybe a little bit off to the right of where it should be. It should be kind of over here, but I do like that you're setting your front foot down on the ball of your foot, so that's good. So the muscle memory is there. I think just shifting your weight over your toes is going to help a lot. The other thing you can do to get power is to reach back more. Ideally, when you reach back, your shoulders should go from pointing at the target to 90 degrees to that. So turning your shoulders all the way away from the target and then reach the disc away from your chest. That's something that not a lot of people can get a feel for easily, because it's tempting to try and curl the disc up because you're trying to compact everything as you reach back. But actually, you need to push the disc away, reach away from you as you rotate away from the target, and then as you rotate forward, that's when the disc comes in tight. So I would try and focus on, for this shot here, just because the T-pad happens to be pointing the right direction, you can try and reach the disc towards this corner of the T-pad. Now, obviously, you're not always going to be throwing from a T-pad, and sometimes the T-pad won't be facing the right direction, but as a general point of reference, reaching the disc towards this corner of the T-pad is going to be a way to make sure that you reach away from you, and then just focusing on rotating your shoulders away from the target. Now, there is some people will say that they're not flexible enough to rotate that far, but it really doesn't take that much flexibility because your whole body does it. The only flexibility really is in your leg, right? But your whole body should rotate back as you reach back, and then your whole body can rotate forwards. So that's almost like a confidence thing too, because if you're trying to look at your target and you're trying to see what you're aiming at the whole time, that can also cause the kind of reach back that you have, which is not really a reach back. But the good news is, I've been calling it a reach back this whole time. I should say backswing. Adding a backswing can really increase your power, because all of a sudden, rather than only having this much space to get the disc up to speed, you have this much space to get it up to speed. And it helps a lot. So you're not making any of the traditional beginner mistakes that I see, but there are a couple of optimizations you can do to definitely add some more distance. What do you say? I've logged 87 rounds in total. Awesome. Started this spring. Old and chubby, but tried to improve. Noticed a few things from this video, but would like your take on what to do first. Any pointers will be greatly appreciated. Sure thing, dude. All right, and then as of 9:02, we got C. Klein again. I checked his form last week. Working on shortening his run-up and X-step. No, his arm isn't completely against my body, but you've noticed since he stopped muscling, he's not throwing nearly as far. Just wanted to see what else. That's hard. It's hard because coming from muscling is like a step backwards, and then you take 2 steps forwards. That's a better X step, much better. See how your weight's over your toes too? That's so good. Kind of the same thing as with Bogey Russ, though. No, you're not turning your shoulders all the way away from the target, and it looks like you're still really tense in your shoulders. Yeah. Okay, so this is why you're not getting any power yet. Because right here, your elbow is down, and your throwing motion right now is currently coming from your reach back and just going straight around to the release point. Right, I'm gonna chair over so I can be more in frame. Right, you're kind of not really reaching back that far, and then from right here you're going straight to the release. And that's kind of I don't know if that's a timing thing or just a mental note that you can make, but first off, reaching back more is going to help. Taking a bigger backswing, getting your shoulders turned away from the target, and then you want to pull the disc in so your elbow can get up. And then from here is where you apply the power. So another way to say it would be, you don't want to yeet it from your reach back, right? You don't want to apply maximum power all the way from your reach back, because then what happens is it starts out as maximum power, but it dwindles by the time you release. The ideal way to do it is to start slow and then raise your power right as you go to release. So from here to here is not very powerful, right? From peak of the reach back into the power pocket, this doesn't need to be super fast. You don't need to be like, right? And then from here on out, that's when you start to apply the power, and you get faster and faster as you go. So that's what I would advise. I would advise reaching back a little bit more, and then focus on delaying your power so that you can accelerate it. So its peak is at the end rather than at the beginning and then falling off. Yeah, the disc should be almost touching your chest. Right, it goes from here into here, so you're really close. Some people will hit themselves in the chest, but that usually means that you're pulling it in too hard. You're applying power too early. So just stay nice and smooth. And yeah. I recorded the intro and the B-roll for the next video on my channel today. Okay, I need to at Bogey Russ. Whoop. Caps lock. At Ckline and at Alpha. Paste. And 131. Was there anybody else? Did I miss one? Hope I didn't. Okay. Ah, thanks. Sure thing, Chase. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Trying to focus on everything at once is a big struggle. But yeah, once it feels as like one smooth motion, then that's the really big, breakthrough. That's the word I'm looking for. Sorry. I just took a nap because I was so tired. I had a bowl of cereal for dinner, so we'll see how this goes. You guys want a sneak peek of my next video? I'm gonna see. A truck drives by at some point. Play it. For sure, yeah, I'll be on Overwatch in just a minute. You could please play this video. That'd be pretty lit. Oh, now it does. Fixing the angle. It was checks. Please play the video. What's up, Nate? Good to see you, dude. I wish this video would play. How do the pros throw so far with such little effort? How do you sync up the power between your lower body and your upper? There's a car. Yep, I knew there was a car. I'm so sweaty. How do the pros throw so far with such little effort? How do you sync up the power between your lower body and your upper body? What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow? What do you mean, African or European? Well, in this video, I'm going to answer all of those questions except the last two. And the answer is actually in Paris, of all places. Yeah, it's kind of weird, but it's really hot out here and I've already got the B-roll I need. So, yeah, I'm gonna head inside by the AC. That's gonna be a transition. I'm not just gonna end with that. It's gonna be like a swipe to the next shot. But yeah, that's a sneak peek of the next video. Something that I've talked quite a bit about on stream. So the real homies are in the know. Right after that, I'm gonna start playing some music. I'm gonna plug the stream and then jump into the video. Yeah, my dad loves Monty Python. He loves the Black Knight most of all. He always says, "But a flesh wound." You think people won't get the reference? I think my audience is older than that. What up, Tian? Oh, yeah? You thought it was going to be about throwing putters? No. I care more about the freaking Jomez thing. That I'm wrong about. I'm wrong about it. But I don't like that I'm wrong about it. I still don't like it. We don't have to keep talking about it. Make sure the audio isn't lagging. All right. We got anybody on? I'll play a support game. Oh boy. I get a new Bastion skin. Oh, Wibbin, nice. I thought your YouTube name was something else. Nice. Oh, Caribou also said there was something about high-speed discs in general chat that I needed to look at. Why do I watch Discord all day and then at the last second when I take a nap? Okay, I'm throwing my Explorers about 275, 300 if I'm cranking on them. That's pretty good. Going away from doing higher speed stuff mostly, but I have a Pro Katana with a huge S-Flight. That, for whatever reason, just feels good in the hand. It goes where I want it to go. So I throw it, even though it doesn't go much further than my Explorers. My philosophy on disc speeds is, if you can throw it where you want to throw it, go for it. I mostly practice with putters and mids, but I think it's silly to say don't throw high-speed drivers until you can throw 400 feet. Yeah. Just throw the disc if you want to throw that disc. Yeah, that's a good point. It's not going to be as consistent, right? In general, a high-speed disc thrown below its speed potential is not going to be as consistent as a slower speed disc that is at its required speed. Oh, Tycon asked a question. It looks like. Oh man, this is a long thread. Wow, I was asleep for all this. Talking about Jomez. Is there anyone on here that can speak from experience on what it takes to throw a 12-speed driver? At what point do you know your form is good enough? What green flag should I look for? I downgraded everything on my bag to speed 10 or slower. I'm getting much more confident throwing putters and mids on shots that are 300 feet. I haven't done a true distance test on flat or videoed my form in a while. In my mind, if your 12 speeds aren't going 450, 500, then you probably shouldn't be / don't need to be throwing them. I disagree. Mac, I am definitely down to play. I was gonna come back and invite you, but I got a game before I could. Yeah. So the idea of gatekeeping distance drivers behind some arbitrary distance is kind of dumb, I think. I think to maximize your consistency, you want to throw a disc that is going to get up to speed. If you are struggling, if you are throwing mid-ranges really far, your drivers aren't going much farther, that's a nose angle thing, and you probably should throw more drivers so you can get used to throwing them nose down. But trying to say that someone is making a bad choice throwing a distance driver, if they're getting a benefit of throwing a distance driver,
hey, can I get heals? Thanks.
you're a tracer. You should be able to go get the health packs, right?
Yeah, the smoke's around. With the on and off. Like a mini shot. Right?
Your anti-sigma. There we go.
Ana has these engines.
This was a dumb place. Place is low. Ryan's very low. Nice. Good block too, Zari. Haha. I'm gonna window as they push in, but I'm gonna window back here, so hang back with me if you want to use it. Alright, as soon as they're by the statue. Here we go. Oh, Genji got me.
Rip.
How do you tag in YT? I think just at and then a part of their name.
Give me away.
I mean, at the end of the day, people are going to throw what they want to. I mean, it's definitely going to be more consistent if you throw faster discs, but... It's going to be more consistent if you throw slower discs. Sorry, I don't know why I said that. Huge anti. Slower discs are always going to be more consistent.
There's just one.
So I always throw the slowest disc that I can reach a hole with. You're inside McCree? There we go. Drone's by me. Alright, I'm solo heals. Ryan's looking for a flank shatter, heads up. I have window again?
I'll sleep on sleep.
Oh, we got the tank, never mind.
Where is one? Trooper is on the left. On his one, on his one. Nice.
Jeez, I'm so much better with Baptiste than I am with Ana. Yeah, I mean,
That run came out of nowhere.
for most people, 9 speeds, they're not going to try and throw them as hard. I don't have drone. Ah. I mean, yeah, because at the end of the day, throwing drivers is fun. Right? Throwing drivers is a good time. People, I mean, they go far. It's great.
Yeah, we got this. Just group us is 6. We have enough time. Like.
I was late with the lamp. Sorry, Ana. Just hog, just hog. Oh, and Genji. Genji, no deflect. Ana?
Ana's on the card.
Nice, good job.
Yep. Alright, we got
Yeah, throwing slower discs is always going to be more consistent. Yeah, I mean, crushing putters is also fun, but like, most people when they go to a field, they throw their distance drivers. I'll go Brig in case they go Tracer again. But like, there's not a distance where throwing distance drivers is going to be better. Here's the thing. Okay. Throwing distance drivers is going to, they're going to go farther and they're going to have less control for everyone. Even if you throw them 800 feet, distance drivers are going to go farther than slower discs, but have less control. If they go the same distance, that's why you should throw the slower discs. Right? That's why you should throw putters, mids, stuff like that when you're starting out. So you gain that control, and they're never going to be, they're never going to be, I don't even know what, I completely lost my train of thought. But, if you are getting the nose down, distance drivers are going to go farther. At which point there's a benefit to throwing them. The amount of benefit is different, but... Or if you're working on getting the nose down, like you wanna practice it, go for it. I mean, they're not gonna be your best disc. Oh, they have a Sombra. Sombra's on the left side here.
That's one. That's actually one.
Oh man, I got owned.
Yeah, they still have a
Thank you,
game,
Mac.
So. Oh, okay, that works too.
Sombra's on our Tracer. For real though, there's a Mega right there.
They get the shield.
Yeah, we got our main tank. Sombra's on the left side. Focus her.
I'm back.
Yeah, he got me. Man, their Sombra's annoying. What up, Dust?
Dang. Sorry, we have 5 ult. Oh, maybe. Yeah, 5 ults next round. Next fight.
I will work on it some tomorrow, Dust. I'm gonna probably make like an intro for it explaining that there were issues with the production and just cut the video entirely and release it as just a screen with some audio. Alright, I have window. Ron probably has shatter. Yeah, wait. Genji's blading.
You need heal with those really. Oh.
Yeah, don't invest any ultis. We'll just push with ults this time. They used freaking EMP there. Yeah, we got this.
They also used Roadhog.
Oh, sick.
We probably don't use ults.
Yeah, that's a good point. What do we want to use?
Zarya and me, and then just everybody clean up.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
We'll get a fat graph. Sombra's in our backline still. They shattered.
Dead.
Wow, yep, we're getting owned. Yeah, Tracer's done nothing. We might have time to push.
We
We
do
can't
as
be
long as
too
it's quick.
conservative with this ult.
No, it's just memory says he's ambidextrous. Is there any problem with throwing different arms for each shot? Hog's dead. Nice flash on Ryan. He's dead. Drone's on you, Zarya.
Sombra.
Genji. He's one. Nice. She lost her ult too.
Result, yeah.
Yeah, Tracer also has to freaking get healed instead of just go get the health packs. Like your Tracer.
Retard.
I mean, you add it to forehand if things are tricky. The problem with throwing with both hands is that you have to put twice as much practice time in. I'll push. You can frontline. If we don't play together, I can't heal you. If you can't see the point.
Where's one? No fade.
I assisted somebody?
Nah, still fall.
You remind me about something if I forget it. Ryan's on me. Help, please.
Brick.
Hog's in the back, very low. I died to Ryan. Nobody helped me. Yeah, being able to just go instead of having to use your whole arm helps a lot. But yeah, it's just a lot more practice. There's definitely going to be one that you favor from everybody I've seen.
My ultimate is charging.
Alright, we have no way of healing you. Yeah, I'm hacked in the back. Help. I'm popping window. Shoot through it. It does like 3 times damage. Twice. Something. Nice. Kill Genji. He's very low. Nice. Effing DPS Moira. Our DPS Moira's still in the back. Got her. Drone is on the point. Genji's low. They have ball now. Oh, we did it. Nice. Yeah, she does. She definitely claws my shoulders. Yeah, Tracer did nothing. Okay. To answer a question about distance drivers, if you're getting them nose down, they're going to go farther, and there is technically a benefit to throwing them, but they're not going to be as consistent for anybody. Right? Nobody's going to be as consistent throwing a distance driver as they will throwing a fairway or a slower disc. But they're going to go farther. So it's all about nose angle. If you're getting them nose up, you're just sacrificing control for nothing. So if you want to learn how to throw with more control, throw the slower discs, and then work your way up and learn how to get the nose down as you do that. And you'll develop more power, I think, throwing the slower discs because you'll have to throw them harder. And rather than trying to throw like a touchy shot with a distance driver, just getting used to your full swing is going to be much more beneficial. Real quick, I'm currently on the normal latency mode for YouTube, and I want to be on the low latency mode, so it's going to kind of bug out for a little bit, but I'll be back in just a second. Like you